What's up there, SEO pros? Welcome back. My name is Chase Weiner, and today we're going to be covering how to get SEO clients by cold calling. Now, this is a series that I've been doing on how to get SEO clients. If you'd like to watch the full series, make sure you head to the link in the description of this video so you can check out how to get clients in the previous 10 parts that I've done. And that's pretty much it. So let's just dive into it. So the first thing you want to know about cold calling is it is sort of not that effective because a lot of people use cold calling as a way to get clients, and it's not something I really recommend you do unless you absolutely have to. What I would recommend you is you actually go into the physical business yourself by booking an appointment with them or buying something from them and then offering your service, rather than going in on a phone call and calling them, it's just really sketchy. But I will show you how I've done it in the past, and I've actually gotten a client before from doing cold calling. So when I first started out, I did do a live streaming series where I was actually cold calling people, and one of the people I was actually able to get was this acupuncturist. So if I type in acupuncturist, this person was number like 6 or 7 or something. They hired me for about 2 months, and then they wound up letting go of me because they just didn't see the value or something. I don't know, even though they're ranking a lot higher. But the point is that, I still got them as a client for a few months, and I was brand new. It was one of my very first clients after I left my SEO agency that I was working at, or the SEO agency that I was working at wasn't mine. And I'll tell you how I did it. So what I started doing is I was looking for different occupations based on, things that I knew people would be business owners of that I could contact, versus something where I would never be able to potentially get in contact with a business owner. So a lot of the times I was trying to find people who had their own practice. So like, for instance, chiropractors that had their own practice, acupuncturists that had their own practice. And what I would do is I would scroll down and I would find people that weren't ranking too well, in generally like people who were ranking like number 5, 6, or 7, because that's something that I could easily find problems with and probably fix pretty easily and show rankings pretty quickly. So I would find, for instance, Patricia's website. I'd click on it. Let's just say let's try somebody who's lower, like these people. And I would find different things that were wrong with their website, just quickly overview it. And then I would call them up and I would say, hey, look, I'm looking to talk to target name. And the way I would find people's names is I would use Email Hunter. So Email Hunter is a tool that you can install on Chrome, and it'll actually tell you emails on the website that it finds, and then tell you the potential names that come with those emails. So if I go here, I open up Email Hunter. I don't see any right now. Let's see. Actually, that wasn't the right one. It's emailhunter.io. Let me try that one. Right again. Of course, I have to sign in. I can quickly sign in. Right again. So new emails are found. Or I would, just find people's names that, I thought would be business owners. Because instead of saying, can I talk to the business owner, it's better to say, can I talk to Jonathan? And then if you want to, you could say, because the thing is there's usually people in between. And if you sound like you're like about to sell them something, they'll generally just hang up on you because they get those type of sales calls all the time. So if you could say, hey, look, I'm looking to talk to Jonathan. We met a while ago about his website. I just wanted to continue up on that. He might not have any idea what you're talking about because that never happened, but at least you could at least start talking to him. I don't know. However you want to sell it is up to you. I'm just telling you like basically how I've done it in the past. When I contacted Patricia, there was no intervening in between. So I literally just had her phone number. I called her up and I said, hey, look, you're ranking number 5 on Google. I'm a highest rated SEO expert in Santa Barbara, and I want to help you rank higher on Google. If you're not interested, no worries. Just let me know. I would love to meet with you in person and just tell you a little bit about what I could do for you. And she was interested. It took about 5 or 6 calls with different people, actually like 10 calls before I got somebody, but it was pretty quick before I actually got somebody. And then in terms of selling, we're going to go over that in one of the future episodes. I'll tell you about how I would recommend selling. But that's pretty much how I did my cold calling. If you guys want to watch somebody who's really good at cold calling, I'll leave a link for that in the cold calling SEO, in the not the description, on the page. This guy right here is really good at selling. His channel is actually like devoted to like teaching people how to cold call for SEO. I would definitely watch this guy if you are interested in doing a lot of cold calling or training people, that kind of thing. But it's definitely doable. But I would recommend, if you haven't seen it already, go back to part 10 and watch sort of how I would recommend doing this on a physical aspect, because I think it's better if you can actually walk into a business. So that's it for today. In terms of your cold calling homework, let me just go into Notepad. So step 1, I would figure out, or sorry, find, try to find business owners' direct contact info. The more people you have to go through to find to get in front of business owner, the lower the chance you will get to sell your service. Once in contact with business owner, just quickly explain who you are and what you do in a way that isn't wasting their time, but doesn't also waste yours, if that makes sense. And the way I would position that is watch this tutorial first. Because this guy does it really well. And then I would say watch rest of this series, where we will be going over selling to clients once you get in front of them. Copy that. That's it for today, though. So that's your homework assignment. Until I see y'all next time, happy SEOing.